Hello viewers, welcome once again to your channel Extraordinary Africa. In this video we have a recap of some of our last week's popular confessions. We contacted some of the people who confessed to check if their problems were solved. If not, then what's going on? What's our advice to them? We will be also giving you a new confession at the end of this video, so make sure you watch it to the end. Don't miss out. Isolation Uncle, can you please hide my ID? I just want to advise you, people of Africa, stop believing in any church comes without tracking at its roots. The devil is at work 24/7. Be very careful. 75% of today's people are worshiping the devil. Only 5% are worshiping him knowingly. The rest is worshiping him unknowingly. I was once a member of Illuminate, tasked to break marriages. We used to meet under the Indian Ocean, given different tasks by our leaders. We could meet with some of the prominent apostles and prophets, especially African prophets. I can't mention their names, they will sue me, but people of Africa, be careful, be very careful. I was a church leader for more than 36 years. I could place a demon of infertility in a man, took away his manhood whilst pretending to clean the demon and feed my snakes. I destroyed several men's lives, destroyed several marriages, but I repented. I believe God forgave me, though many people did not. I am paying by enlightening you. Viewers, without wasting much of your time, let's go straight in the recaps of last week's confessions. Stay tuned. We have another new confession at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Isolation Uncle, can you please hide my ID? I am a man age 33 from Zimbabwe. I own a tuck shop here in Norton. The business was not flowing. It always have ups and downs. I decided to boost by using black magic. I went to a ritualist in Chipinge. The man gave me a small worm, told me to put it in a good place and I should feed it with animal blood every day. Rich, I started not to follow some of the instructions. This displaced the worm and changed to be a very big snake. It's now demanding human blood. Recently killed my parents, now demanding another person's blood just a month after killing my father. I don't know what to do. The ritualist said no turning back. Uncle, I married my wife 25 years ago. She came with 2 boys from her previous marriage. I really loved them and adopted the kids since I am not medically fit to have a child of my own. We stayed peacefully in a rented house. I was working back then and made sure to take my adopted kids to the best schools. Their father never came to claim them and even support them. The boys were very bright in school, and as I write this, one is a doctor who got a scholarship to finish his studies in USA. He is back and already employed. The second boy is a pilot whom I used all my savings to pay for his course in South Africa. He is also back and employed too. My happiness is that my boys are successful and they have big houses. My problem is that my wife and the 2 boys have reunited with their dad and now living happily together as a family. They seem to have abandoned me here. I can't even pay my rent anymore. I retired long ago. I have been moving from one relative to another for a place to sleep. They don't even pick my calls anymore. Please, what do I do now? My life is so miserable. Hello Uncle, can you please hide my identity? I am a 55-year-aged man from Africa. Came to United States of America searching for greener pastures. I never joined any satanic group. It is said that I inherited this demon from my forefathers. Whilst I was still in Africa, I used to bribe morticians so they can give me tongues of dead people. I should eat human flesh once a year or else one of my children will die. It's now 6 months since I arrived in Texas. I no longer want to see cannibalism. I'm a changed person. It's not only me who performed it. I know many people from my village. Uncle, can I be a normal person? Help me or else I'll get arrested here. I don't know how to control myself. Please help me out. I'm in a relationship with a mechanic and we have a son together. He paid for my varsity fees and I'm currently working as an accountant. Don't get me wrong. I love my man, but I think the levels have changed. I thank him for paying my education, but things have changed. He's always dirty and smelling of oil and petrol. I try to ignore it, but I can't anymore. Few weeks ago, I met a lawyer. and we exchanged numbers. We met 3 times. After that, he makes me happy. His fashion, sense, education, intellectual capacity, etc. We are very compatible. The thought of leaving the date mechanic has been playing in my mind since I met the lawyer. Am I a bad person?
Solution Uncle, can you please hide my identity? I am a man aged 43 from South Africa. Uncle, I grew up in poverty. Our parents never got decent jobs. We rely on begging. Yes, I thank my parents for giving birth to me, but I also blame them for all this. I was very good at school, but I quitted before finishing grade 1. There was no money for school fees. I started hustling for money at a very young age. In 2007, my father passed away. Automatically, I was now the breadwinner. I went to Pretoria in a search for a job. Whilst I was still at the village, I thought it's very easy to find a job in town. Mom borrowed money for my bus fare. I went to Pretoria, but it was not that easy. I started begging and cleaning cars. This one day, I cleaned a car. Inside that car, there was a huge amount of money. When the owner returned, the first thing he asked was, "I hope you didn't take my money." I just forgot it. Stealing was not in me since I was growing up. He counted and found it well. He then asked me, "Do you want a job? Do you want to be rich just like what I am?" I agreed. We exchanged numbers. The following day, he called, we met in town, and I went to his house. "Uncle, that guy is very rich, a very beautiful mansion, many cars." He then exposed all his illegal businesses to me, starting demanding me at gunpoint to become his personal assistant. It was now late to reject. I became his personal assistant. At least I could send money to my family at the village. We performed many criminal activities together till we got arrested trying to rob a bank at the end of 2012. I stayed in prison from 2012 to 2014. Whilst in prison, I met this friend of mine. He was serving a sentence for allegedly smuggling shoes from South Africa to Namibia. From what he was telling me, he seemed to have been invested a lot from shoe selling. He explained everything from doing door-to-door selling to a wholesaler. This inspired me. He gave me money to start shoe selling, but the profits were not satisfying me. We used to earn thousands when I was still a robber. I went to a witch doctor in Durban. I wanted to grow the business. The witch doctor gave me a small luck charm. I should chew once a day. My business started to grow and I opened many shops across the country. At the end of 2012, my relatives started dying mysteriously. 1 week after the other, we called white garment prophets to assist us. They cleaned our home. No one died from then. The problem is now affecting me only. I am being chased away by a mob other people are not seeing. I went to many places seeking for help, but it's not working. Uncle, please help me. What should I do? I did all this in a quest to look after my family. Now they've turned against me, saying I am a wizard.
Admin, can you please hide my ID? I am a lady from Lagos, Nigeria. I just hope you'll post my story soon. I am in hard time as I speak right now. My problems start when I broke up with my husband. We have 3 kids together. He fled to Abuja, avoiding to take care of his kids. As a single mother, life became very hard. I started dating another man. That man is very rich. At first, he lied to me that he was single. As time goes on, I started to know that he was married. We remained dating. Poverty made me run out of ideas. I just wanted him to look after my kids. Last year, towards Easter holiday, his wife caught us red-handed. After being tipped by locals, she took my underwear and ran away. From then, I started receiving death threats from private numbers, broke up with the man, moved to the village after failing to pay rentals. I am now earning a living by selling palm oil. But my problem is that I am now so much interested in married men. I can't finish a day without sleeping with someone's husband. Sometimes I am the one who convinces them. This is causing troubles in my life. Recently, I was beaten by the mob after being caught pants down with another village married man. Guys, is my problem natural or spiritual? I don't know what to do. Yes, we managed to contact some of the people who confessed last week. They said none of their problems is not yet solved. So we always pray that their problems will be solved. Let's move on to our new confession for today. Hello, uncle. My wife took my phone and deleted my girlfriend's Trish's number and saved their own number as Trish. I didn't know that someone has told my wife about Trish. I got an SMS from Trish asking for money, 2,000 naira. I rushed to my wife and lied to her that I need 2,000 naira for an emergency. I told her that my brother is sick and he needs the money urgently. My wife gave me the money and I rushed to send it to the account number written in the message. When I was relaxed at home after work, I kept wondering if Trish had received the money. I sent her an SMS to find out if she had received the money. Her response was, "Call me now." I went outside behind the house to make a call. You can imagine my horror face when I heard my wife's voice instead of Trish. It's been 3 days. I don't know even how to ask you for forgiveness. I've been cheating you for the past 5 years. I don't know how to get into my life again. Any advice, please? What a trick from your wife, my brother. I will give you a confession to comment section.